Hello everybody, this is XPilot P here, back with another video. On today's video I'm going to be doing a short review of the A330 from Jar Design. If you have probably seen my recent video, XPilot 10 Dubai Scenery Review, you probably have already seen this aircraft. Now, if you want to get this Dubai scenery, because today's review is also going to take place in Dubai, but if you do want to own this lovely Dubai scenery, then just subscribe for a week and then post a comment after that 1 week with your email address, and I will happily send you the file. Now, this doesn't mean that when you have received the scenery that you can unsubscribe from me. If you do wish to, fine, but if you do want to see more videos, and if you liked and enjoyed that video, then it will be very kind for you to stay subscribed to XPilot P, because you never know, I will maybe also answering some questions or some difficulties that you had with XPilot 10 or other games. Now, this isn't my first aircraft review. I have done one of another Jar Design aircraft, also an Airbus, XPilot 10 A330 Neo, full review from Jar Design. The most of you have probably seen this video. So, basically, you will probably know what you can expect from today's video. I will basically be doing a short test flight. I won't be showing you the startup procedures, but I will be showing you the most necessary things that you would need to know for when you purchase the plane, so you can have the experience yourself. But I haven't only just done Airbus reviews, also Embraer, the ERG 195LR full review. I've also done that. If you want to see that, all the links will be in the description, and also if you want to check them out, you can find a small box or a small icon on the top right hand of your corner of your screen, and you can then click on that to see what videos you want to see next. Nevertheless, let's get back to this A330. And also, just before we start, I have the A350 from Flight Factor purchased, the XWB extra wide body, but I haven't done a review of that yet, but I will be probably doing one in the coming 2 weeks. So if you would like to see that, just tell me in the comments down below, and I will try to make that happen for you guys as soon as possible. But as you can see, we are on the ramp with this lovely A330 from Jar Design, and I'll be just quickly be showing you, before we go inside and do a test flight, just a little about the outside. Now, as I already have said, we are in Dubai OMDB, and if you haven't seen the scenery review yet, then I would definitely recommend you watching it, and also the link will be in the description. But if you haven't seen it, then I can also show you that right now. So this is not the standard default Dubai add-on that you will get. It is very special. It is basically super realistic. If you've never been to Dubai, they have 3 terminals, 3 big, very nicely detailed and very modern terminals. They look exactly like this, and in the background you can see a few buildings, but not just that, but also on the other side there are the amazing Dubai landmarks, like as you can find in the real Dubai scenery, Burj Khalifa, Burj Al Arab, the famous Atlantis Hotel, and then the mall, and then other lovely buildings. And then, of course, the globe that has been made from sand. They basically put a lot of sand, they basically dumped sand into the sea and made big sand beds to form the globe. So first we're going to start with the exterior. I do have the Qatar livery, but there are I think about 83 liveries that you can download for free for this aircraft. I have about 20 of them. I will be showing you them later on in the video. But now I will just be showing you what you get with this lovely aircraft. As you can see, there are some really ground equipment laid and attached to my aircraft as catering, stairs, GPU unit, and the fuel truck. Now you can open these doors individually, but if you want to say no, I don't have time for that, let's just get all the necessary stuff, then what you do is go to plugins, go to A330, ground equipment, and then you can either do ground equipment call, which calls all the ground equipment at one time, and then when you're done you can remove it. You can also open your load sheet, which we'll be doing later. You can also just call them individually. So let's say you don't want the fueling truck, you can just go there and remove the fueling truck. But let's say you want to open the doors individually, then you go to plugins, A330, doors, then you can close them all and open them all individually. So let's say I want to have the front, forward, passenger door left. You click that, and as you will see shortly, it will open for you. But that, of course, is pretty much only necessary if you're at a gate, because all passengers can just walk outside and probably break their arms and legs, and that would not be good. So we're just going to go ahead and close that door so we don't have any injuries on today's flight. So then what you do is just click that again, and then it closes for you. So moving on, what we're going to do is going to go down a bit, go a bit closer, and have a look at these things. So here of course are the nice Rolls-Royce, I believe, engines. Don't hate me if they're not Rolls-Royce, but the most Airbus do have Rolls-Royce, and they are also pretty highly detailed. Not the best, I have to be honest, but you mostly don't go this close to the engines. Of course in real life you would, but not in the sim, so it really is enough. Then you got the stairs, not the best detailed either, but they will do. Now these liveries are free, some are good, some are not good, as this one is not really high quality, but yet again it doesn't really matter. Then we'll just go here to the wing, lovely wing, and then you can see another stairway, and as you can see, like all aircrafts, when they park, when they're in their park position, both ailerons are down, so that when there's a lot of wind coming they don't want to lift off or something like that, or that they don't break. Then the back, there's another door open, and then the vertical and horizontal stabilizers in the back with the rudder and elevators, and the elevators are also pointing down. Now we're heading to the back and to the right side of the plane, where you can find a catering truck that is just loading, and also all of these have lights, and here we can see a bulk cargo and normal cargo doors and cargo areas for your baggage when they load the plane. Now I'm afraid this doesn't come with a baggage loader, which you might see in FSX, but I'm afraid I don't think that any of the X-Plane 10 or X-Plane aircrafts have that feature. Then we see the fueling truck, which is nicely detailed because you can actually see that it is hooked up to your plane. And then we see the second engine on the right, and another cargo door, and another catering truck. Now, of course, you're probably wondering, where is the pushback? Now, obviously, we haven't called that yet because we're not ready to take off just yet, but we will be calling him very soon. Now, normally, you can find a quick start green icon in the bottom, on the bottom left corner of your screen here. I'm afraid if you wait too long, that will then disappear. And what that button allows you to do is what I'm going to be showing you in just a moment. So once you click that button, you don't need to go into your cockpit, because let's say you're running late, you have to take off pretty soon because, I don't know, you need to go to bed soon because it's already 2 o'clock in the morning and you don't want to waste any time, or you don't want to bore your viewers. Now what you then do is just click that and the plane starts up, also with your engines. Now that's of course not exactly the idea, because you normally start up your engines after you taxi or during your taxi, but I'm afraid if you quick start your plane, that won't work. Now, as I already said, I will not be doing a tutorial how to start this plane up just yet. I might be doing it if you guys want me to do it, but for this video I'm going to be doing a quick start myself. So what you do if you don't find that in the bottom left corner of your screen, you go to settings, operation and warnings, and then you can see here, start each flight with engines running. You tick that box, escape.
Starting engine 1, starting engine 2.
And as you can hear, it is starting your engines, and also if you go in the cockpit, it has started your avionics. So let's just put Terra on HD, and the fuel is going to be enough for today. So what we can do is remove it by going under plugins. A330 probably is a bit too loud for you guys, so I'm just going to turn it down. Go into ground equipment and fuel and weight. What you do then is remove fuel truck, and what it then obviously does, it drives off. Now I have preset some views for this aircraft like I do for everyone. If you don't know how to do it, just ask me in the comments and I might just do a video. So I have done for number 1 is basically just in your cockpit looking out front, so you can manage everything else from this position. I will be getting a track IR for Christmas, or maybe even before that, so I don't need to use my annoying mouse to look around the cockpit. 2 for me is the MCDU. It is fully custom, which I'll be showing you in just a moment. 3 is a very highly detailed overhead panel, looks incredible. Now we're going to go to the cabin. As you can see, there are a bit of problems with this, but that doesn't matter. So that's just a wing view. Here you can see another wing view from the front, and then on the other side, and then 8 is from the outside, and 9 is from beneath your cockpit, so just in front of your nose wheel, which as you can see I am moving right now. But let's get back into our cockpit, and like in every plane you can move around in it with dot, and move back with comma, or however you want to say it in your language, however you pronounce it. And this cockpit, as you can see, is very highly detailed. Looks very, very realistic if you ask me. As you can see, all of this is already turned on, so we can put on our panel lights, we can put on our beacon, nav, strobe lights, because they do have static panels, which allows me to do that. Now, what I can do here is I can lower this. It's like a sun blind, if you want to call it, and then you can also lower this one. So let's say you're flying in very early in the morning like I am, and the sun is very bright for you, then you can just do that if you're getting blinded. So basically what it does is you can just make yourself very cozy in this cockpit. Now we are flying in the morning, so we don't really need it, so we can actually just put them up in just a moment. Now looking down, we can pull this out, which you can also do on the A320neo from JAR Design. Then here you can brighten up your screens. This doesn't really work. Then you can just look around. You've got our throttles. This MCDU doesn't work, but we'll go head on to this one. So this is pretty much like the A320 MCDU. It is fully custom, and you can pretty much put all your custom settings in. Let's go to perf. You know, we can put in our V speeds, or vertical, or however you want to say it, and initial. And then it also has some preset flight plans saved. If you go into your XPlane directory, you just go into your aircraft folder. I have the A330 under my commercial, so you go to commercial or wherever you have it installed, A330 from JAR Design, double click that and flight plans, and as you can see it has loads of preset flight plans, which is very handy if you have exactly the route which you want to do, and then you can just open it up in your MCDU. Now today we're not going to fly with a flight plan, we're basically just going to take off, do a circle around Dubai, and then head back to the airport and do a normal landing without ILS. But if you do have any questions about the autopilot in the A320 or in the A330, then don't hesitate to ask, and I'll try to help you out as far and as much as I can. So we're just gonna raise these again, because we don't need these, because we are very fit. We're not even thinking about going to sleep now. So click that, put this up again, raise that, and get rid of this one, whatever. There we go. Now in the A320 you do have some like panels, if you want to call them, that you can lift up just here. I'm afraid I can't find any in this aircraft, but if you do have this aircraft already and you know how to and where they are, then just tell me and I'll be very kind. So let's just get back in our seat. Now this isn't really good for review, but I do have some difficulties and I'll really appreciate your help. And when I'm flying at night, I seem not to be able to get the cockpit lit up. I can only, as I will show you right now, light up these, so integrated lights, floodlights. They don't really work, and that's pretty much it. And so I don't really know how to get these lights to work, because as you can see they are not working. So if you know how to do that, then I would appreciate your help very much, because it is pretty annoying if I'm flying at night and I have no idea how to get these lights to work, and I'm looking for something and I am just in complete darkness. So I think that's about it from by the terminal. So what we can do now is remove all ground equipment as so, as we can see here, they're all going away, which means that we can also get our pushback. We're going to close all the doors, A330 ground equipment and pushback. We're going to call pushback, and as you can see, this means that it's basically driving up to our plane. And there's a nice feature which I'll be showing you guys just in a moment, going through stuff. Just get up here. There we go. So watch very closely to what happens with the nose wheel when the toe comes in. So as you can see, this is very highly detailed. Now watch. This goes down, this goes in front. Now these two will go to the side, which allow the wheel to go in here. Then it will lock it into place and actually drive the whole wheel up. That's pretty neat, I have to say. So it is now locked into place, and we are safe to taxi to the runway and carry on with our flight. Now our V-speeds are already set, as you can see right here, and that looks like we have done everything that we have to do. So we're just going to go outside, and as you can see, all the trucks are happily waiting for us to leave the terminal and get on with our flight. Now it is pretty slow, and you do have a menu here that can help you, not as in the A320 where it is a bit different, but I think you also have this on Flight Factors, but I'm not sure. But they pretty much have thought of a lot of things with this aircraft. Right, so while we are still getting pushed back, we can make our turn now. Whilst looking outside of our aircraft.
Flaps 2.
Lower the flaps. Check if this isn't gonna bug out. Alright, that was a bit early, but that, to be honest, doesn't matter. So we've got to straighten out in just a moment, and as you can see, it has become daylight pretty quickly, and then we can stop, go to plugins, A330, ground equipment, and get rid of our tractor, as they call it. So we are ready. Our taxi lights are on, and for me everything looks fine, so we can go.
Park brake off.
Park brake is off. Now in jar design aircraft, you do not have the possibility to move your engines individually. So if you move one forward and one backwards, it goes with the one that is most forward, so the most powerful one. So let's say I put engine number 1 on 80% and engine number 2 on 30%, it will not move them individually, but it will actually just put them both on 80%. Alright, so we're coming up to the runway. We're not flying on VATSIM. But if you do want to see me do that, then just let me know. Nice sun there. Now in real life this might blind me, so what we can actually do is put out our sun blinds, because we do not want to have an accident. Alright, there we go. Feed speeds are in. What we can do is just set our altitude to 5-6. We don't need to fly high, just gonna leave that there. So 50%, and wait until our airspeed is live. And our airspeed is live, so which means takeoff thrust is set. And let me know if the engines are too quiet or too loud, because I don't know.
100 knots.
100 knots confirmed. And it will also be calling out V1 and rotate.
V1,
V1
rotate.
Rotate. Alright. Alright.
Positive climb.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up. Now if you do have questions of what equipment I'm using, just ask me and I can tell you guys if you're interested. And if not, then not. So we don't need this anymore. Let's just have a look outside. Nice. Looks very good. And actually we did forget something.
Cross-check. Passing flight level 020.
Take off. We forgot that. Oh well. Everybody makes mistakes. So let's just have a look outside our window. Looks like desert. Because it is.
Need to check, sir, if everything is okay with the lights.
Yes. I think everything's fine with the light. So let's have a look there. It's very nice. Put our taxi lights off because we don't really need them. Because our nose wheel is up. So we're at flight level 43. And it's way too much. Let's just put it there.
Autopilot 1, cross-check.
No. We want to continue our heading.
Flaps 1, after takeoff checklist, completed. After takeoff checklist, completed. After takeoff checklist, completed. Flaps 0.
Yep, so our flaps are up. And as you can see, this stunning, beautiful Dubai scenery. It is amazing. So if you are interested in having and owning this one, just check out my full review, as I already said before, and you'll know all the steps, what to do to get this from me. So let's just do a bit of sightseeing so you can see the Burj Khalifa. I think with 164 something meters, then you can see, oops, sorry, Burj Al Arab. Oops. And then the Palm, the Atlantis, I've been there once, pretty nice. And then is also nice hotel, and here are also buildings. Let's just look back from where we came, which is there, Dubai International, OMDB, and here are some other buildings. Just check out a couple of views and go back. Alright, I don't know what happened. I think what happened is we're overspeeding, which means that the autopilot disconnected, which in other words means that
Autopilot 1, cross-check.
nothing is going to plan. auto throttle is on. Now I don't exactly know the speeds of this aircraft. What is normal? If you do know, that'll be very kind to tell me in the comments, and I'll try to improve on that. And if you see any other flaws or problems in my videos or my flights, just tell me so I can make my videos and my flights as good as it gets. So I'm going to be turning around and I'll come back with you shortly. Alright, so we've made our turn back to Dubai International, and as you can see, just there is the lovely city. Now, Dubai is nicest in the morning or at sunset, where you can truly see just incredible. And now,
I need to check, sir, if everything is okay with the lights.
I don't know what he means. I didn't really hear that, understand that. If you guys know what he means, it would be nice to tell me. We're gonna change our heading just a bit. Gonna go a bit left. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a look outside here. As you can see in there, nice palm. I mean, that looks truly just incredibly amazing, realistic. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna change different liveries. So this is the Qatar, this is Swiss, this is the Thai livery, this is Thomas Cook, Turkish Airlines, pretty much default A330 livery, American, pretty nice too, the new livery obviously. Then we got British Airways, Emirates, that you've probably seen in my last video, Etihad, or Etihad, however you want to call it, Expo. We got Lufthansa, it's a bit dirty, very nice, love it. We got Mexican, if I want to go to Mexico someday. Then we got member of One World, Mexicana, and back to Qatar. Let's just see where we at. Where we at? Oh, alright, so see where the airport is. Oh, it's there. We missed it. That's great. Okay, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna lower our altitude. Gotta go to 0 to 20. And increase our descent. Gotta slow down a bit. Gotta go down to 250. 259. So, could put in our spoilers halfway. It's pretty low. There we go. We can do is, we don't really need this, but we're still gonna do it. Approach phase.
Approach phase activated.
Yep. Approach phase is activated. Go around. We don't need to go around because we are going to nail the landing. And if you've seen my my last video, so the review of the scenery, the approach was super bad, but then the landing was incredible. I mean, I would have never thought that I would have actually recovered from that terrible approach. But to be honest, I did nail it then in the end. It's pretty bad, and it was pitch dark. Pitch black, so I couldn't have seen anything. Oh well. So, just heading ball. I'm probably gonna just keep filming until we hit the runway. Oh, we don't need our spoilers anymore. We're pretty much just doing a 360. No, 270. Right. We're a bit low. We still need to. Right, we are a bit low. So we can go and approach. So that pretty much just guides us to the runway. And let's have a look where we're at. There we are, we're pretty far out. The runway is there, I believe. Should be. And as you can see, I mean, this really looks incredible. This really does improve your X-Plane 10 experience. Now, I have used the ILS, what I'm doing right now.
Autopilot 2, cross-check.
And I'm pretty much just doing this to show you guys how to do it. And if you have any questions, or if you didn't get anything of this video, just tell me. But I can show you right now. So what I did is I put in the frequency of the ILS. So what we're doing now, put the ILS there. So that's sorry, got a bit of a cold. So that's activated. So it's 110.90, and then so that's the right runway. Then the left runway is 111.30. And then what you then do is just see where the airport is. It's there. So we do need to make a left turn, which ILS is doing outstandingly. So we can
Flaps 2.
lower our flaps. Now this isn't exactly what you should do, the procedure when landing, but I'm just going to do this pretty quickly. So what was I doing? Oh yes. Oh yeah, exactly. So when you put that in, you go on, you don't really have to do this, just go to the MCDU, and then here should be approach trace activated, what I did before, and then you hit AP1, which then converts to ILS, and then do on approach, so this one, and then you can also hit autopilot 2, so AP2. Now we are going a bit too fast, so we're going to lower our gear
down
to decrease speed.
If everything is okay with the lights.
Our landing lights are on. Taxi lights are also on. Even though we don't need those. And I don't really know what he means. So let's just have a check here. So landing lights are on. I have Sightseeing panels which can help me there. Those are also on. Beacon lights are on. Strobe lights are on. Those are all on. Seatbelt signs are on. I don't know what else I need. So if you guys know, tell me. But to be honest, I think everything is correct. Oh well. Right, so let's see our progress. Alright, we are exactly on the localizer. We have caught the localizer, obviously. Now we are on the center. Alright, radio altimeter alive. That's very good. And as you can see, we are in the middle of both horizontal and vertical. And let's just have a look at the far distance. We are a bit too low because by the poppy lines, I think they're called, 1 white, 3 red, that means that we're a bit too low. And then the lovely scenery again. I mean, I can't stop talking about this scenery. I mean, it's just incredible. Oh, what's that? It's like a small... Oh, it's those. It's like a fuel. Oil. Well, you do have a lot of oil. And rich people in Dubai. So what I might be doing is doing just lower.
Flaps 4.
Doing a quick look of our landing after I've landed, here we go. This very nice animation. We can have a look from here. Have a look under our wheels. Let's get back to the cockpit. So we're pretty much still in the middle. We are way too fast, which I really should have corrected a long time ago. Which means that we would have to put on our spoilers full, or this is not going to be the best landing. So what we're going to do is go to the MCDU, check approach 133. I think that's what we should be landing with, but I'm not sure. We do need an auto throttle though. That was a bit stupid of me. There we go. Auto throttle is back alive. Maybe not. If you have any questions about the auto throttle, because when I first got my A330 Neo, I didn't really understand how. Wait, we're going a bit too low. I didn't really understand how to get the auto throttle and the autopilot working, so I pretty much just figured it out all by myself. So what I did is just flew and did a lot of approaches with ILS, and then I just figured it out eventually. Right, so ground spoilers are on.
This out.
Alright.
Reverse screen.
Reverse screen. What that means is our reverse is on. Got our brakes are also on. So auto brakes. Guide back to the center line. 70 knots. Thank you very much.
Nice landing, sir.
Thank you. I hope you mean it. Oh wait, our auto brakes are still on, so we'll just release that.
Park brake off.
Brake fan. Put that off. Oops. A bit quick here. Oops. My fault. Just gonna turn right off the runway. Put our landing lights off. Alright, so that's all good. And we're just gonna taxi back to the terminal. As you can see on the top right, there we go. And once we've done that, I can look back on my landing and see what I did wrong, or how it was. So again, if you do want to have the scenery, just subscribe to me for a week, and after that week, put a comment with your email address, and then I will send you the file. And it'll be very kind for your support, so keep subscribed. So we're just gonna head left here. Bit late. Oops. Oops. What we can actually do, what we want to do is plug in A330 ground equipment, pushback and tow, call pushback tow, because let's say you're not at a terminal, but you need to, but you're at an airport where you can't drive to the gate, but you have to get towed to the runway. I mean, we can do then is get the tow, which I'm doing right now.
Flaps 3.
Let's just put the flaps up and retract. Spoilers. See if the autopilot is off. Yes, it is. Very nice. And then once it's locked in place, as it's going to be, there it is. No, almost, and it's locked. We can press forward, and it drives us to the gate. Now this is not the scenery, or this airport does not come with AutoGate, I'm afraid. It's a bit of a shame. but we'll just have to live with that. Of course, this is a very slow way to getting to the gate, but you can just do it. Can't really do anything about it. Don't need this. And this also comes with the camera. And you can basically see where you're going, or what's on the ground beneath you maybe when you're in flight. That's pretty handy, even though I never use it. Oops. Let's go a bit to the left. There we go. So all the links to my videos will be in the description. Oh my god. What happened then? What was that? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you do not get towed to your gate with this tractor, because that was just stupid. So we're just gonna do it like everybody does it normally, is we're gonna drive with our plane to the gate, alright? Right, going a bit quick, that doesn't matter. Oops. Man, this ground is pretty rough to drive on. Sorry, sticky. And if any questions about anything, what I do in my videos, oh my god, going too quick again. What am I doing? God. Don't hesitate to ask. Let's just shut this down. This is not how you shut it down, by the way. It's just how you do it quickly. What you can do is put that on off, and that still doesn't do anything. No, we're just gonna leave it on. Then when you're here, you can call everything back. This was pretty good. And what we can do is shut our engines off. Oops. Shut these down. There we go. And they should be coming to stop soon. So just post in the comments down below if you have any questions. And then I'll try to help you. And if you have any suggestions on what games I can play, what I can do in my next videos, also just tell me, or if you want, you can also email me privately. But nevertheless, we're gonna check out our landing. I'm afraid we can't do that. The replay mode doesn't go back far enough, so that's a bit of a shame. Very sorry, but that's the least of our problems. So we're just gonna finish off here with this lovely aircraft A330 from Jar Design and this amazing Dubai scenery add-on. So I'll see you guys hopefully next time, and bye bye.